Welcome back to the CVU Show. I'm Nick.
And I'm Leo.
The Photo Club is holding its third contest of the year. Your themes to choose from are food and blue. Entries are due by the 3rd and should be in high resolution and limited to only 2 per person. Bragging rights and a shout out in CVU celebrations are up for grabs. Submissions can be emailed to Emily McLean or upload to the Photo Club contest shared folder. Have fun.
This week, we asked the CVU community about what they were looking forward to over the break. Here are the responses we got.
I'd probably say seeing family because I don't get to see them that often, and it's always nice to see them and celebrate the holidays with them.
I'm looking forward to get Star Wars toys, watching A Christmas Story, and spend more time with family and eating eggnog and eating a glass of hot chocolate at home.
I'm looking forward to over break, spending time with family and friends because I don't get to see them that often, and when I do, it's pretty cool.
I'm most looking forward to Christmas probably because I love getting presents, and yeah.
I'm looking forward to Christmas because it's gonna be fun to spend time with my family.
Seeing my family and Christmas because it's fun.
I'm looking forward to spending time with my family and go snowboarding and hanging out with friends.
It's got to be playing basketball, with my teammates, grinding on stumble guys after games and stuff.
Probably snowboarding, because it's been a long time since I've done it, and it's really fun. You get to spend time with your friends, and yeah.
Thank you everyone for your amazing responses.
Ad drop for the 2nd semester will begin on January 8th. All students will be sent a Google form via email and will be able to fill out the form and request changes to their schedule until the end of the day on January 11th. The actual in-person ad drop period will take place on the 16th and run until the 19th. No appointments necessary, just show up between 8:30 a.m. and 3:30 p.m., but not during advisory and C3 for obvious reasons. All requests for schedule changes need to come from the Google survey or during the in-person ad drop period.
The next exhibition is happening on Thursday, January 4th. Our special correspondent, Frankie, has more information.
Thanks guys, I'm Frankie and I'm here with Amy Wardwell to talk a little bit about the Nexhibition. So, do you mind talking a little bit about what exactly Nexus is?
Happy to. So Nexus is the class you can take at CVU, which is every elective that you would like to do that we don't actually offer. So students come in and choose a personalized learning project, and they spend a semester or a year developing that project, pursuing that project. We have kids doing everything this year from computer programming to learning how to tattoo. It's pretty cool.
And so then what's the Nexhibition?
So the Nexhibition is the exhibition of student learning that kids will do on January 4th at 5:30 in the library. And it's kind of like the old science fair where every kid has a table and they have a display and people get to sort of mill around and walk around the room and just have some individual conversations to hear what the kids have been doing in their project work over the course of the semester. And for students to show off this really cool learning that many of them have been doing. So we have students who are going to show computer games that they've created. We have our tattooing student who will show you how he's been learning tattooing on fake skin with an ink pen. We have a student who has turned her ceramics talent into a small business, so she's going to be showing her pottery and selling her pottery. We have kids who've read all kinds of different books and have been writing book reviews, and a student who's been doing a journalism project, and a lot of kids who've done internships at different places and are going to present the learning that they've done in a kindergarten classroom, with the UVM women's basketball team, with the CVU athletic department and activities director. So it's just a really great opportunity for the community to see these really varied projects that students have put together.
And is there any sort of guidelines on what a Nexus project can be?
A Nexus project can kind of be anything you can dream up and anything you can imagine. Some projects are definitely easier to execute than others. Other projects, with a little bit of like creativity and networking, we can make that happen. But we very rarely have had any project that we've said, like, no, this can't be a project. So we would love to have students come in and pursue any kind of learning that they're interested in, something that they're passionate about. And it might be a more academic skill, and it might be more of like a hands-on kind of project, or an interest that they want to spend some time in CVU pursuing and getting better at, and also earning credit for. The great thing about Nexus is we can get you CVU credit, elective credit, and sometimes discipline-specific credit for something that you are maybe spending a lot of time doing outside of school that hasn't been recognized yet.
Are there any Nexus projects which sort of stand out to you from years past as being particularly interesting?
Some really interesting ones that I remember fondly, we've had a student who's been working for the last 3 years on rebuilding an old Honda motorcycle. The plan is hopefully that we're going to get it running and someday see Troy driving it around the parking lot. We're still working on that one, so that one stands out. We had 2 students who did a project together to bring a production to the Flynn space, and it was a production, it's a musical theater production that was done in science and with hearing actors as well, and that was pretty amazing. We had a student who was very into botany who created a coffee table book about orchids, and we've just had all kinds of really cool stuff that's gone on.
Yeah. And so when is the Nexhibition? When can people go and see what people are up to?
January 4th, 5:30 to 7 in the CVU library.
All right. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Frankie.
Parents and students are invited to the virtual college panel night for juniors on the 10th of January from 6 to 7 p.m. College admissions representatives from several colleges like UVM, Middlebury, Vermont State, and St. Michael's will participate in a panel discussion. We'll offer a question and answer session about the college application process, campus life, and more. Hope you can join.
Now that we're officially in the winter season, many of us are looking for alternate ways of keeping active. One of those ways is being in the fitness center.
And I believe that you helped find out more stuff about the fitness center.
That indeed I did. Let's roll the footage. How long has the fitness center been here?
Fitness center's been here since 2008 when we did a big rebuild across the school and expanded the amount of resources and the kinds of resources that are available for our students. One of the things that happened then was the auditorium, the theater was built then, so too the fitness center. It actually sits now where a cafeteria used to be.
Who gets to use the fitness center?
Fitness center is available to absolutely everyone who wants to use it. Student population, clearly, right? Every day, it's sort of in the 2-hour window after school is over. So on full days, 3:30 to 5:30. On half days, to 1:30 to 3:30, something like that. I'm very happy to stay late if people need to use it. We have athletic teams that'll come in and use it in the morning from 6 to 7:30, from 7:30 to 8:30 before school. And who gets to use it is students, faculty, and staff. It's fun to see everybody in there together. It's used for some of the therapeutic applications with some of our higher needs students. It is available to our community. So literally, if you want to use a room, come on by. We'll train you up.
What different kinds of exercise can you do in the fitness center?
The neat thing about having designed it so specifically for so broad a community is that there's something in there for everybody. Cardio, we have the rowers, we have the treadmills, we have the ellipticals, we have the bikes. There's a lot of floor space and mats available so that if you want to do a lot of stretching or maybe perhaps yoga work. We have a lot of bands so that you can do rehab work specific to elbows, shoulders, knees, hips. And then, of course, we have a wide variety of machines. Some of them are muscle group specific, the Cybex machines, the hammer strength machines, and then we have free weights as well, so that you can literally, from your earlobes to your toenails, you can get a workout in for your whole entire body while you're in there.
All right, sounds good. Thank you, Ron.
You're very welcome, Leo.
Thanks, Leo. That was really well informative.
Glad you liked it, Nick.
Speaking of keeping active, here's our sports correspondent, Kayla, with your CVU Sports News.
Hi, my name is Kayla and welcome to the CVU Show Sports Report. Last Saturday in girls basketball, CVU played Rutland and won with the score of 47-43. Elise Berger scored 15 points and had 6 steals. Berger also had 12 of CVU's 18 points in the fourth quarter. Meryl Jacobs scored 12 points and Zoe McNabb scored 8 points and had 3 steals. Also on Saturday, boys basketball defeated Rutland with a score of 55-46. Tucker Tharp scored 17 points and 11 rebounds. Jack St. Peter scored 14 points and Kyle Easton scored 13 points. On Wednesday, the CVU boys hockey team defeated St. Johnsbury 6-0. And in girls hockey, CVU/Mount Mansfield team tied Essex 1-1. Elle Gilbert had 21 saves and Sophie Krause for Essex had 22 saves. Finally, while you are enjoying the holiday break, there are games next Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday to close up the 2023 year. You should show up to support your fellow Redhawks. Let's go, CVU! That's it for sports. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Kayla.
The second week after break will be dedicated to wrapping up the first semester. We interviewed Principal Adam Bunting for some clarification on the plans of that week.
Hi, I'm Jonas, and I'm here with Adam Bunting, and we'll be talking about wrap-up week. First things first, what is wrap-up week?
Let me pause for a second. Do we really want to talk about wrap-up week right now? Or should we talk about this amazing shirt that I'm wearing?
Oh, let's talk about the shirt.
What do you think of the shirt?
I think it's, it's very festive, glittery.
It is not actually my shirt. And while it's festive and glittery, it's highly uncomfortable. It is itching my skin. It has also been in my basement for about 10 years.
Wow.
So it smells very mildewy. I don't know if you can smell that. Okay, good. And it was Dave Trevilik's shirt originally, so it's too small for me. But you know what? We're committed to this interview and bringing a little splash to wrap-up week.
Yeah.
Because wrap-up week is actually fun to talk about. And let me tell you how it's going to work. So we have, it used to be called exam week. Not a fun name. Wrap-up week, fun. Why? Because it's not all about summative assessments. It's not about exams. It's about having class. There are tons of projects that are going on. And yes, there are summative assessments too. And we start the week with R1 and W1 on Monday. Tuesday, we have R2, W2. Wednesday, we have R3 and W3. And Thursday, we have R4 and W4. And those may just be kind of wrap-up classes as well. On Friday, we have Harbor Day. And any student can be invited to Harbor Day. So teachers will input names of students who may just want some extra learning or may even be getting prepared for semester 2 for some of our year-long classes. It can also be a time to make up missed work. And for those of you who are maybe not as fully invested in your personalized learning plans, our advisors may invite you in as well. Those PLPs are actually really important documents, and I know it's the first time we've been doing it for a while. But we are prepared and willing to support anyone in the completion of those PLPs. So that's going to happen on Harbor Day too.
All right, sounds good. And how will Harbor Day work?
So yeah, so Harbor Day is going to work. Just again, students will be invited. They'll get an email. Families and caregivers will get an email home if a student's nominated to come in. And hopefully we've got a lot of folks. And I know for those who are working on PLPs, we'll have some fun in our library doing that. We're going to have some food and things like that. So it should be a good day.
All right. And what about transportation to and from CVU? Will it work the same as any old Tuesday?
Yeah, we'll have buses running in the morning. And again, the first session's at 8:45 and the second session closes at 12:45. So we'll have food and buses and transportation. So anyone can get here and depart. And yeah.
All right.
Kind of normal.
And will the cafeteria be open during wrap-up week?
That is an excellent question, and we will have food available for students. I'm not precisely sure. It probably won't be every offering, but I'll need to check in with Colleen and Leo and see how that's going to look.
All right.
All right.
Yeah, well, thanks for explaining it to us.
Yeah, thanks for having me, and I guess happy holidays, happy vacation break coming up, right?
Yeah.
So thanks for all your hard work, students and families and caregivers and faculty and staff. It's really an honor to be here and be with y'all, and I hope you get some rest and relaxation.
All right. Yeah. Thanks.
Thanks, Adam.
Before we end off this episode, we've got some fun facts about New Year's.
The first New Year's celebration in Times Square happened in 1904.
Ever since 1907, a ball has always dropped in Times Square, except from 1941 to 44 because of wartime lighting restrictions.
Julius Caesar established January 1st as the first day of the year to honor Janus, the Roman god of beginnings.
The ancient Babylonians are said to have been the first people to create New Year's resolutions some 4,000 years ago.
In 1938, a 16-year-old high school student crashed Franklin D. Roosevelt's New Year's Eve party on a dare to try and get an autograph from the president himself.
In Spain, people will eat 12 grapes to try and earn themselves a great year.
That's all we've got for this week's episode. We'll see you after break. Have a happy and safe break, CVU. See you next year.